Rise and shine, everybody. This is your host for Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home and Cooking with Tiffany. For today, we are going to West Africa. Mostly West Africa, because we're going to do a West African spiced thick cut pork chop, and we're going to do a West African spiced roasted zucchini salad to go along with it. And I might even make a quick, vinaigrette for said salad. So sit back, relax, and we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So the first thing that we are going to do is mix together our zucchini salad, which I have gone ahead and measured out all of our ingredients. So if you want to recreate this, which I know you're going to want to, we have 77 calories for 434 grams of the yellow zucchini, 72 calories per 405 grams of the green zucchini, 70 calories for 174 grams of the carrots, 8 calories for 11 grams of fresh mint, 27 calories for the 6 pieces of garlic that I have gone ahead and sliced. Our spice rub is very indicative of popular West African cuisine blends. So we have black peppercorn, we have some Spanish paprika that I'm going to use in lieu of just regular paprika. We have our ground allspice. We have regular ground cumin, India turmeric, ground ginger. We have our Ethiopian bear spice, the Ras el Hanout, and our regular cumin seeds. All of this you can find over at your local spice grocer. In our case, it will always be the Head Nut at Reading Terminal Market for those that are local to Philadelphia. Irvine Brothers always has a fantastic selection of fresh produce, and as always, we get our pork, meats, poultry items from Gianta's Prime Shop at Reading Terminal Market, which I'm also going to spice all of this in all of this. So we will be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So we are going to go ahead and add in our zucchinis, carrots, mint, garlic, and mix all of this together for our zucchini salad. Now, salads can be cold, but in this case, it's going to be hot cooked first, and then I'm going to go ahead and chill this for later. So just remember that you want to experiment with your items, and that everything will work out the way that it should. So I want everything to be nice and crisp, so that's why I went with a thicker cut on our produce items. Now, I have the oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I already have our baking pan greased with our Pam, which, as you guys know, we have been on a very successful diet for the last several months. So we are just going to incorporate everything here. I've got a little bit of spice in here because I'm going to season the pork chops with it before we get started. But this is just going to get roasted for all of 10 minutes. And then we'll go ahead and chill it before I make, the dressing for it. All right. We'll be back. Hey everybody, we are back. So we have gone ahead and spiced our thick cut pork chops, which are super easy to cook, but a couple of things. One, turn on your cast iron skillet, if you have one, to your medium borderline high setting, and remember these notes. One, you want to render the fat that is on the pork chops first, so that you can, slowly but very carefully roast your pork chops to your desired doneness. Remember to always rest your meat. I don't care what it is. It could be pork chops, it could be steak, it could be beef, it could be, hell, it could even be lamb. Rest your proteins, please. We'll ensure that everything is juicy and tender and cooked properly. So right now we're just gonna let this kind of start to render, and then we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So I went ahead and seared the fat from the pork chops for a solid 4 minutes, and then I have them currently on one of the two sides right now. Our zucchini salad is less than a minute from being done, and at that point we are going to toss the whole thing in my homemade dressing. So we'll be back. Okay, everybody, we are back. Now, I checked on the zucchini salad. It wasn't quite where I wanted it, so I put it in for an additional 5 minutes. And right now, we're just going to quickly prepare our dressing that we're going to toss the zucchinis and the carrots in. So I have already squeezed 1 whole lemon, which is a nominal amount of calories depending on how many fluid ounces you measure, so I'm not counting it in this dish. I'm also not going to count this garlic cilantro balsamic vinegar from Cardenas, which is a local purveyor in South Philadelphia. So if you're ever in Philadelphia and you want to check out multiple places, you got Reading Terminal Market, and you also have South Philly, where you can get olive oils, balsamic vinegars, and everything else from Cardina's. They also have like awesome hot sauces that I'll probably feature at some point. But yeah. So we are just gonna do 1 tablespoon to be on the safe side. So good. So good. And then we're just gonna take a few of the spices from our dry rub and incorporate it together. So we have a little bit of our black peppercorn. I'm gonna include a little bit of the Ethiopian bear, a little bit of our Ras El Hanout, and yeah, just a little bit of our cumin seeds. So we're gonna go and mix. Taste and realize that I am the queen bee of dressings. All right, we'll be back. Okay, everybody, we are back. Now, our pork chops are resting right now after cooking them for a salad, we'll say like 15 to 20 minutes on medium heat. Now, what you didn't see was me add in just like a thin layer of water to ensure that they don't stick to the pan and, get a little additional color to them. So I'll show you the finished product, momentarily. In the meantime, our zucchini salad is ready to be tossed in my dressing. So we are going to incorporate all of this in. And as you can see, there is still a good amount of dried spices that were initially cooked, added in, but we are just gonna mix this. I wish you guys could smell how awesome this is right now. It is so fragrant. Now, most people generally think that West African spices are overly spicy. They can be, but for the most part, it's really more about highlighting the earthiness and, only having a subtle amount of heat. So this is a dish that I am planning on featuring in my still unpublished cookbook. So for anybody that has been patiently waiting for years on end to, get my cookbook, never fear, it is getting worked on. So we are just going to finish adding our salad. So I have tossed our salad into the balsamic vinegar and lemon dressing that I whipped up real quick. As you can see, it is finished. We also have our beautifully cooked thick cut pork chops, which you can get at Gianta's Prime shop at Reading Terminal Market. Uh, Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home and Cooking with Tiffany here on YouTube. I am your host, Tiffany DuBois-Morales.